Can we just have another round of applause for the brilliant musicians? Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and finalists, welcome to the Rochdale Awards 2024. I'm delighted to be here tonight to celebrate the achievements of individuals, groups and organizations making a positive difference in equality, diversity and cohesion in our borough. Isn't it wonderful to be back in the stunning refurbished Rochdale Town Hall? This historic building has been the cornerstone of our community for generations, and its recent refurbishment has restored its majesty while enhancing its facilities. It's fitting that we gather here tonight to celebrate our diversity and unity in such a magnificent setting. Just some housekeeping. Please, can you all set your mobiles to silent? Toilets are through the corridors at the back, so just down there. If you hear the fire alarm, please leave the building immediately using the clearly marked exits. Rochdale is a town with a rich and diverse history, culture, and identity. We have a strong tradition of social justice, democracy, and innovation. Let's not forget that Rochdale is the birthplace of the cooperative movement started by the Rochdale pioneers in 1844, 180 years ago. Our community includes people from different ethnicities, religions, languages, ages, genders, sexual orientations, abilities, and backgrounds. According to the 2021 census, Rochdale has about 220,000 residents, 28% from ethnically diverse groups, 47% identify themselves as Christians, 16% as Muslims, and 10% of those said they were born outside the UK. 8% speak a language other than English. We're very proud of our diversity and see it as one of our greatest strengths. But we also know that diversity doesn't just happen. It takes dedication, effort, and teamwork from all of us. Rochdale's diversity is a source of strength, creativity, and opportunity. Diversity brings different perspectives, skills, talents, and experiences that enrich our lives, our work, our society. It fosters innovation, learning, and growth as we learn from each other, share ideas, and work together on solutions. Diversity also enhances our sense of belonging, identity, and pride as we celebrate our differences and commonalities and appreciate the value and contribution of each and every person. This is why Rochdale Diversity Awards, organized by KYP since 2012, are so important. The awards showcase the excellent work of people from all sectors and walks of life to support and advance inclusion, cohesion, and diversity in our borough. They inspire and motivate us to make a place where everyone feels welcome, valued, and respected. This year, we received a record number of nominations reflecting the wide range of initiatives and activities in our borough. The judging panel had a very difficult task in selecting the finalists and winners, as all the nominees were worthy of recognition and appreciation. The finalists and winners will be announced shortly, and we will hear more about their inspiring stories and achievements. Just to humor me, or not humor me, but just to for my benefit, can all the members of the judging panel stand and make themselves known? So they're littered across the hall. So can we have a round of applause to show appreciation for their time and commitment? Thank you. Pope Francis once said, "Inclusion is not a matter of political correctness. It is the key to growth and success." This echoes deeply with me, as I have seen firsthand how our communities prosper when we embrace our differences and work together towards common goals. According to a recent study, businesses that embrace diversity and inclusion are 35% more likely to outperform their competitors. In Rochdale, there are many examples of local businesses that prioritize diversity in their hiring practices and workplace culture. These businesses not only prosper economically, but also contribute to making Rochdale a more cohesive and innovative community. Diversity also encourages our cultural life, bringing a variety of traditions, food, music, and arts that we can all enjoy and learn from. Moreover, diversity in education is crucial. Our schools, colleges, and training providers in Rochdale are working hard to create inclusive environments where all students feel valued and supported, preparing our young people to thrive and succeed at a global level and become the leaders of the future who will value, respect, and embrace differences. Recent civil disturbances in the UK have highlighted the importance of strengthening and uniting our communities by celebrating diversity rather than using it to create division. The violent protests and riots were driven by far-right groups intent on fueling resentment and conflict among our communities. I was abroad on holiday at the time. Seeing these reports on a foreign news channel with videos of clashes with police, attacks on hotels, housing asylum seekers, and targeted attacks on mosques and businesses was a surreal experience, something that I never thought I would see. The communities of Rochdale again showed their resilience by staying strong, and we did not have any disturbances in our borough. In light of these events, celebrating diversity and inclusion becomes even more crucial. Embracing diversity promotes understanding and respect among different communities, reducing the likelihood of such conflicts. It helps to build a more cohesive society where everyone feels valued and safe. By recognizing and appreciating our differences, we can work towards a more harmonious and united society. I would like to thank our sponsors, Rochdale Borough Council, Hopwood Hall College, Rochdale Training, Rochdale Borough-wide Housing, Your Trust, and the Greater Manchester High Sheriff's Police Trust for their support in making this event possible. And once again, welcome to Rochdale Diversity Awards 2024. Let's enjoy this evening and celebration, inspiration, and unity. Thank you. To officially open the Rochdale Diversity Awards 2024, I would like to invite Mayor Councillor Shakil Ahmed to come up and say a few words and officially open the event.
Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. It is an absolute pleasure to be here tonight at the Rochdale Diversity Awards 2024 to celebrate the incredible stride of our community has made in promoting diversity, equality, inclusion. We come together to honor the individuals, organizations, initiative that makes Rochdale a stronger, more united, welcoming place for all. Diversity is one of Rochdale's greatest strengths. Our borough is home to people of many cultures, faiths, and backgrounds. It is this rich tapestry of experience that drives innovations, strengthens our social fabric, and inspires compassion and understanding. Tonight, we will recognize the effort of those ensure that diversity isn't just celebrated, but it is a cornerstone of progress, fairness, and opportunity for all. Equality, inclusion, not just for aspirations, that they are necessary for all in a thriving community. When we embrace these values, we create space where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued, and where barriers to sex are dismantled, the commitments that reflect in the expressional work for our award nominees and winners. Those dedication equalities makes a lasting impact on workplace, schools, public service, and beyond. As a mayor of Rochdale, I'm incredibly proud to be a part of this event, which highlights the very best of our community. Tonight, awards remind us that diversity, not just about representation, is about justice, impunity, and celebration about shared humanity. Thank you to everyone who has played a role in organizing tonight's ceremony, and to all those nominees for your endless contribution and your works shaping the future of Rochdale. And for that, we are deeply grateful. Let's continue to champion diversity and the unity all we do. Thank you, and enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to introduce our next speaker. Most of you looked at the agenda and seen Paul Raw on the agenda and been looking around the room and thinking, where is he? Unfortunately, he can't be here tonight with us because he's in a meeting with ministers, hopefully bringing more investment into Rochdale, as much as he would have liked to have been here. Now, Paul grew up in nearby Scotland. He went to Alder Hill Community School before moving on to the University of Oxford, where he studied philosophy and physiology, and the University of Cardiff, where he studied journalism. Paul embarked on his career in journalism, spanning across a large number of publications, including The Huff Post, Politics Home, The Independent, and The Evening Standard. He was also a presenter of the BBC's Week in Westminster show, and Paul has been the Member of Parliament for Rochdale since 2024. So I'd just like to play a message from Paul that he's kindly recorded for us.
Good evening, everyone. It's a real privilege to represent Rochdale here in Parliament, not least because I'm so proud of the diversity of our town. Now in their 12th year, the 2024 Rochdale Diversity Awards celebrate the incredible contributions of individuals and organisations that make our borough such a beacon of inclusion. Our long history of cooperation and strong bonds of community have been enhanced by the currents of migration that have flowed through our town as steadily as the River Roach itself. Irish and Scots, Italians, Ukrainians, Poles, Pakistanis, Kashmiris, Bangladeshis, Nigerians and many others have enhanced the sense of who we are. All have staffed our factories and our NHS and public services and created new family businesses. All are proud Rochdalians, united by everything that makes our town so special. Rochdale has always been a place of welcome, of resilience, of community and of compassion. In a borough with over a quarter of residents identifying as belonging to a minority ethnic background, with more than 90 languages spoken, we know that diversity is our superpower. Whether it's local businesses embracing workforce inclusion, schools championing diversity in curriculum, or faith and community groups coming together, they're living proof of the Rochdale spirit of inclusion. This evening is about celebrating those who take it a step further, who not only break down barriers, but build lasting bridges. Your work doesn't just change lives, it transforms our borough into a fairer, more harmonious place for everyone. Environmentalists know that a richly diverse natural ecosystem is the stronger and more resilient because of its diversity, and our society is no different. I'm pleased that our borough celebrates diversity in all its forms, from class to religion, to race, to sex, gender, age and disability. And I want to thank particularly Zulf and KYP for their vision and dedication in organising these awards year after year, along with the sponsors and Spring Hill Hospice as this year's charity partner. All of those who are nominated this evening are winners in my eyes, because you're the heart and soul of our borough, and I couldn't be prouder to represent such a vibrant and inclusive community. Tonight we shine a light on those making Rochdale a fairer, safer and more united place. Thank you for everything you do to make our borough a better place for everyone.
The Rochdale Diversity Awards, now in their 12th year and run by the brilliant Kashmir Youth Project, are taking place this weekend. So will the leader congratulate all the nominees who promote not just the rich diversity of our town, but also its community cohesion?
Leader. Well, the Honourable Gentleman is another very good attender at my business questions, always raising issues facing Rochdale, and I'm pleased to join him, of course, in congratulating all the nominees at his Diversity Awards this year, and he's now put that on record, and I'm sure everyone will appreciate it. That brings that to a conclusion.
We've been mentioned in Parliament. So, again, we had another keynote speaker lined up, Lord Wajid Khan of Burnley. Unfortunately, he can't be here again tonight. There must be some big ministerial meeting going on somewhere today. And he sent us a message as well. So, can we play the video, please?
Hi, I'm Lord Wajid Khan. As a government faith minister, I've seen many towns and cities across the country working hard on community cohesion. Rochdale is a great example of community cohesion. It has always been and still is a pioneer in the UK in using its diversity as a strength. As a young man who ran a business on the walk in Rochdale, I know personally what a welcoming place it is, and how all people from different backgrounds of faiths and no faiths have flourished and grown over the years. I want to congratulate tonight's nominees and guests for helping to promote unity over division and for putting Rochdale on the map for all the right reasons. And I want to pay tribute to the Kashmir Youth Project for putting on tonight's event. I would love to have been there in person, but unfortunately, due to a pre-existing diary commitment, I can't be there. Thank you very much, wishing you all well.
So, I want to introduce our guest speaker from our neighbour, Oldham. I want to introduce Councillor Aruj Shah, Leader of Oldham Council and Portfolio Holder, Lead for Equalities and Communities for GMCA. So Arooj has been one of local government's most prominent voices as the first Muslim woman to lead a council in the north of England. She's a trailblazer who combines a unique perspective with a passion for social justice. She is also GMCA's portfolio of Lead for Equalities and Communities and chairs the Local Government Association Children and Young People Board. These positions reflect her dedication to empowering both individuals and communities and ensuring their voices are heard. So I'd like to invite her up to the stage to share her perspective on equality, diversity and inclusion with us. Can we have a round of applause, please?
Hi everyone, thank you to be here. I just have to always adjust the lectern because Paul Wall might not be here tonight, but you've got something in common with me and Paul Wall, and that's we're both exceptionally tall. So I'm really delighted to be here tonight. Forget all the ministers that Paul and Lord Wajid Khan are meeting with. I'm joined by our very own Minister of Cooperation, Councillor Neil Emmett, so I wouldn't miss out and pass out on an opportunity to sit next to the leader of Rochdale. I did walk through the building actually, and I was like, everybody kept saying, oh my God, have you seen Rochdale Town Hall? It's been the talk of like every combined authority meeting in Manchester. And you know, like you have this sneaky competitiveness, and in my head I'm thinking very privately, I'm thinking, all right, okay, Neil, wait till next spring, we're having our own town hall, and it'll be a lot better than Rochdale's, but actually, this is breathtakingly beautiful. It's absolutely amazing, and congratulations to all of you, and I can't wait to like have a proper look around. It's incredible. But thank you so much for inviting me here tonight. It's a huge honour. And I'm not here because I'm the neighbouring leader of a local authority. I'm here in my capacity as Greater Manchester Lead for Equalities and Communities. These awards are such an important event, not just for Rochdale, but for Greater Manchester. And you know you're at a diversity event when the sparkling water is replaced with bottles of iron brew instead. So I didn't notice that as soon as I came in. But these awards are such an important event. And the stories I'm sure that we're going to hear tonight are going to be both inspirational but also motivational. Because diversity is not just about being nice to people who are different to you, although it is, of course, very important. It's about celebrating, cherishing and safeguarding diversity, which is actually a lot more deeper than just being nice, because it brings people together like it has done tonight. And it makes all our communities stronger, and it makes us all better. The rich diversity of Rochdale is part of what makes this place so great. But before I talk a little bit more about my journey, I want to take a moment to remember someone who exemplified everything that was great about Rochdale. And that is, of course, Sir Tony Lloyd, who passed away at the beginning of this year. Tony supported these awards not just as Rochdale's MP, but also when he was Police and Crime Commissioner. He loved this event, and I know it will have brought him great joy to have celebrated the awards with you last year at what would have been one of his last public engagements. To me, and so many other people in the Labour Party and so many people that knew him, know that no one better embodies the spirit of these awards than Tony himself. He's missed, but he will always be remembered. He's also someone I've always looked to as an example, and for the next few minutes I will tell you a little bit more about myself and the struggles I've faced, the challenges I've overcome, and the joy I've experienced actually as a Muslim woman with a Pakistani background in public life. So the ward that I represent is St Mary's. It's a place I've lived all my life, and except for 3 years when I went away to university at Leicester. I was really proud to represent the place I grew up in and the community that shaped who I am today. And I truly believe Oldham is not just the best town in Greater Manchester, but the best in country. But Rochdale does come to a very, very close second. But for those of you that don't know Oldham, St Mary's is a town centre ward, and it's one of the most diverse wards in the borough of Oldham. More than half of the residents in St Mary's are like me, from a Pakistani background, and just under a quarter of those are white. Living in St Mary's has defined me as a political leader. Growing up there meant living alongside people who looked like me, but who didn't always reflect the wider makeup of Oldham. And that experience is a big part of who I am today. As a Muslim woman of Pakistani heritage, I've held my fair share of firsts in politics. Politics, especially in the South Asian communities, tends to be dominated by men. So when I was first elected to Oldham Council in 2012, I was the first female Muslim to represent my community in St Mary's. Being a woman willing to stand up to men in powerful positions didn't always sit well with some people. Unfortunately, that saw me lose my seat in 2016, and I lost my seat because the people I represented were told a woman shouldn't be in the position that I held. I wasn't deferential though, and I wasn't deferential enough. Quite frankly, they saw me as not Asian enough. I was gutted, but I have no regrets. I stood up for the best outcomes for the people I represented, and that's why I got into politics in the first place. But I didn't let that hiccup slow me down. I knew I had more to offer because I believe in my town, in its potential, and in my own ability to really make a difference for the people that I care about the most. So in 2018, I had the chance to fight another election, but this time in a ward called Chadderton South, which despite only being a few miles down the road, is a completely different place to St Mary's. 80% of Chadderton South residents hail from a white background, with just 5% from a Pakistani background and another 5% from a Bangladeshi background. But I won that election and quickly became deputy leader. And despite the differences between St Mary's and Chadderton South, people's hopes, their needs are largely the same. They want to live in a nice place, in a clean and safe surroundings, with access to good homes, schools, and community spaces. They want the chance to not just get by in their lives, but to really get on in their lives. And I wish I was about to tell you that this is the end of the difficult journey part of my story, but sadly it isn't. While I wasn't Asian enough for my own community in St Mary's in 2016, in 2022 I wasn't white enough for certain elements of the white community in Chadderton. In May 2021, when my predecessor lost his seat, I became the leader of the council. And I was again the first, and still am, the only Muslim leader of Oldham. The first woman to be, woman of colour actually, to be leader of Oldham. And I was the first Muslim woman to be the leader of a council in the north of England. Because I was the first, and because I knew that vile identity politics would turn up in Chadderton South, the following May, when I was up for re-election, I knew I had to work really hard to stay where I was. I knew I had to really prove myself, not only as a leader, but as a dedicated representative of every resident, no matter what their background was. So for the next year, I spent as much time as I could speaking to residents, helping them with their issues, organising litter picks, getting roads resurfaced, getting bins replaced, and everything else you could possibly think of. I wanted to make it really clear that even if I didn't look like most of the people in my ward, I was just as invested in making their lives better. I was just as invested in the borough and just as invested in our neighbourhoods. And if this was a Hollywood movie, then I would have crushed the opposition and returned to the council with a bigger majority. But life isn't Hollywood. The Conservative campaign focused on what makes me different to most people in Chadderton South, that I didn't have the same upbringing, that I didn't look the same, that I was brown and that I was really different. And their racist campaign succeeded. Enough long-time Labour voters didn't come out to vote that day, and unfortunately I lost my election. So for the second time in 2 years, Oldham needed a new leader, and for the second time in my political life, I began what I like to call a sabbatical. But you can't keep a good woman down, right? So I believed in myself. I believed in the power of my experiences to help build a better Oldham. I was selected as one of Labour's candidates and was re-elected in May 2023. Interestingly, some people who once campaigned against me were now supportive, having seen the racism I endured. They realised that my journey was not so different from their own battles, and we formed a new connection. And this experience reinforced why diversity in political leadership is so vital. When decision makers reflect society, they bring unique perspectives that mirror the diverse population that they serve. And this representation fosters a sense of inclusion, belonging, and trust in leadership. Different viewpoints lead to better outcomes because when people with varied experiences collaborate, they challenge each other and consider a broader range of solutions. And this leads to more innovative and effective policies that addresses the needs of all of our communities. It ensures that people aren't left out because they weren't thought of. And I wish I could say that upon my return to the council chamber that it was a better one, that Oldham had begun a new journey away from divisive identity politics, but unfortunately not. Still to this day, the council chamber I am spoken down to, I am heckled from the back benches. But these are unnecessary mentions of opposition members who will mention samosas and mango chutney, meant as a subtle nod to the fact that I'm not from certain parts of our community. From other corners, including from someone who I went to school with, they only refer to me as a Madam Leader and giggle to themselves as they say it in the council chamber, and not so subtle reminder that I'm a woman, just in case anyone forgot. But I'm not going to let sniping from insecure men stop me from doing what I do best. I'm proud not just to represent Oldham, but also be a Greater Manchester's lead for equalities, working with Andy Burnham and all the other council leaders to make Greater Manchester a fair place where equality sits at the heart of everything that happens. And it's important that people look at their political leaders. They see it as something that they can achieve and do no matter what. When young people see people who look like them and share their experiences in positions of power, it can inspire them to aspire to leadership roles themselves. This can help create a positive cycle of empowerment and representation, ensuring that future generations continue to benefit from diverse leadership. So I've already spoken about how I've been the first to do a number of things. Let me tell you why it's quite daunting. If you were to come into a chamber at Oldham Council and look at the list of leaders since the council was created in its current form from over half a century ago, you'd only see 4 women on that list, and I'm 2 of them. So whilst I've taken you through some of the challenges that I've gone through to get to this position, I don't want you to think that this has ground me down, because I absolutely love my job. Local government is that special part of politics which makes the most impact to people's lives. We make a difference every single day, and I'm both proud and privileged to be in a position where I can influence that. Breaking down barriers begins with believing in yourself. It begins with embracing your passions, pursuing your dreams, and never letting anyone tell you that you can't succeed because of your age, your disability, your gender, your race, or your religion. Remember that every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow and prove your resilience. Seek out mentors and role models that inspire you. Surround yourself with people who support your ambitions and encourage you to push those boundaries. Together, I strongly believe we can create a world where our demographic characteristics don't define our career path. Diversity in political leadership is not just a moral imperative, it's a practical necessity. It enriches our decision-making processes, it strengthens social cohesion, it addresses inequalities, and it inspires future generations. So let us all together strive to build a political landscape that truly reflects the rich diversity of our society, ensuring a brighter and more inclusive future for all. And I've had several firsts in my career, like I've pointed out tonight, but I know one thing for certain. I meet so many fantastic people across the country that I'm certainly not going to be the last. Thank you.
I'm definitely getting my steps in coming up and down today. Just want to introduce your host for the remainder of this part of the evening. I want to introduce somebody who was born in Rochdale, went to Alder Hill School and Rochdale Sixth Form College before gaining a master's degree in chemical engineering from the University of Manchester. He's currently working as a chemical engineer in the nuclear industry for Sellafield. Deeply committed to making a positive social impact and breaking down barriers to opportunities. He's involved in various roles, which include serving as a secondary school governor, being a member of the University of Manchester Student Advisory Group, acting as a STEM ambassador, holding the position of Nuclear Institute Education and Outreach Lead, and contributing to the Sellafield Race, Ethnicity and Cultural Heritage Network. That's a bit of a mouthful. He's also, easier to say this, he's also KYP's youngest board member. So please can you all welcome Saqlain Khalid, please.
Wow, those lights are really bright back there. Good evening, everyone. I'm delighted to be here tonight, and it's a real honour to support KYP. It's an organisation that has transformed countless lives over the decades and is a real cornerstone of Rochdale. Diversity is something, as Zulf mentioned, that I'm deeply passionate about, and so it's truly incredible to be a part of this Rochdale Diversity Awards. Throughout my journey so far, I've seen firsthand the significant underrepresentation of BME communities, especially in industries like the nuclear industry. And often that's a result of systemic barriers that disproportionately affect minority communities. And that really limits access to some of those opportunities for a lot of those minority communities. And those are some of the challenges that fueled my passion to help break down some of those barriers and create more accessible opportunities for minorities. One of the main reasons I got involved with KYP in the first place, to create meaningful change for our town of Rochdale and the people that live here. Tonight, it's wonderful to see Rochdale at its very best as we gather here to celebrate the real champions of diversity and recognise their accomplishments and achievements on this stage. We are really shaping a more inclusive and united community within our town by being here tonight. So thank you all for being here. And with that, let's get on with the actual award ceremony. So, first award is the Workforce Diversity Award. And to present that and say a few words, can I please invite Kevin Brady, the Chair of Rochdale Borough-wide Housing, and Amanda Newton, their CEO. Please can I have a round of applause?
That's a long way. Good evening, everybody. RBH is really, really proud to sponsor the Workforce Diversity Award. We believe it's really, really important that the people working on our communities are the representative of the people who live in our communities. So without further ado, have we got the nominees?
The finalists for the Workforce Diversity Award are Hopwood Hall College. Hopwood Hall College is committed to delivering high-quality education and training across Rochdale. With leadership support, their equality, diversity and inclusion strategy encourages all to bring their authentic selves to work. They champion diversity through policies that enrich learners and staff, participating in initiatives like Wear Red Against Racism, LGBTQ+ flag-raising ceremonies and cultural festivals. As champions of inclusivity, they provide regular EDI training for all staff. Impressively, 94% of college employees feel that equality of opportunity is embedded in the college culture. 7% above the benchmark. Ranking the college 6th overall nationally for inclusivity. Living Well. Living Well exemplifies exceptional commitment to inclusivity and community empowerment by employing a diverse workforce and enriching an environment where everyone feels valued and supported. Their community engagement group gathers insights from minority communities, tailoring services to meet unique needs. A cornerstone of Living Well's success is their group of over 200 volunteers from diverse backgrounds and abilities, bringing valuable lived experience to the organisation. Their annual Racialised Communities Development Programme promotes professional growth and upward mobility for individuals from diverse communities. Living Well's dedication inspires positive change, creating a more equitable and vibrant community for all.
The winner of the Workforce Diversity Award is Hopwood Hall College.
Of our organisation, we hope to represent, and reflect Rochdale Borough, but the wider Greater Manchester community as well. So thank you very much for this, and it's a great honour. Thank you.
Fantastic. On to the next award. Diversity in Public Sector Partnership Working Award, another mouthful. For this, can I please invite Councillor Arooj Shah, Leader of Oldham Council. Can we have a round of applause?
This, or is it a video? Video. No, just announcing. Okay. So the winner of the Diversity in Public Sector...
Video.
What? Oh, sorry. Sorry.
It's all right.
The finalists for Diversity in Public Sector Partnership Working Award are Stonyfield Park Project. The Stonyfield Park project in Milkstone and Deeplish has revitalised the park, stimulating community engagement, reducing social isolation and promoting health and well-being among diverse residents, including ethnic communities and refugees. This cross-sector project, led by Your Trust, has demonstrated a whole system approach by partners, local residents, community champions and leaders. £300,000 was raised to fund the project from different sources, creating a vibrant and inviting environment for the community. By amplifying local voices and addressing community needs, the project has created a vibrant space for socialising and activity, enhancing overall quality of life in the area. Operation Effect. Operation Effect implemented a multi-agency strategy, partnering with Greater Manchester Police, Rochdale Council, Rochdale Borough-wide Housing and Rochdale Youth Services to address issues such as drug dealing and gang violence in the diverse freehold community. The operation led to significant outcomes, including the seizure of large amounts of cash and drugs, the arrest of over 40 criminals, and the closure of numerous drug dens. Residents have reported a marked improvement in their quality of life and a heightened sense of safety within the community. By engaging residents and community leaders through tailored communication, trust was built among stakeholders. Initiatives such as a weekly youth club and dedicated housing officers provided safe spaces and tackled broader social concerns. ultimately enhancing overall safety and well-being in the area.
Fantastic. So the winner of the Diversity in Public Sector Partnership Working Award is GMP Operation Effect.
Okay, looks like none of my team want to speak. So good evening everyone, I'm Danny Inglis, the Chief Superintendent for Rochdale. I just want to sum up really what this diverse team has brought, and that is different insights. And when you look at what we've achieved on Freehold to date, it's not come from a policing response alone, it's come from community intelligence, partnership working, and really getting residents empowered and supporting them to give them some voice, because a lot of the information's come from people who want to make things better. So I'm really proud of the team, but also the community, and I think there'll be lots more progress we can make on Freehold to make it a great place to live. So thanks very much for the award. Well done. Well done.
Brilliant. Just let them get down the stairs. Okay, so our next award this evening is the Diversity in Health Award. And to present this and say a few words, can I please invite Councillor Shakil Ahmed back to the stage?
The finalists for the Diversity in Health Award are Asma Bibi. Asma came to the UK to pursue a postgraduate degree in education studies. After graduating, she joined KYP as a Community Health Development Officer. Drawing on her own experience within barriers to inclusion, services and employment, she now empowers underrepresented communities, especially women, to pursue education and volunteering opportunities that lead to meaningful employment. Asma has increased awareness and engagement by developing partnerships with health providers and delivering workshops for women focused on health and well-being. Her initiatives include diabetes management in Urdu, healthy eating, nutrition, exercise for older adults, and digital inclusion to connect with those unable to attend sessions, fostering improved community health and awareness. Spring Hill Hospice Dying Matters Project. Rochdale's 2021 census revealed that around 25% of the community was from an ethnically diverse background, yet only 3 to 4% of South Asian residents accessed Spring Hill Hospice's services. To bridge this gap, Spring Hill Hospice, in partnership with Rochdale Women's Welfare Association and KYP, commissioned a project that used Islamic art to promote inclusivity. Led by calligraphy artist Razwan Ul Haq, workshops were held to build trust between the hospice and the community. increasing awareness and accessibility for Asian Muslim patients. The Dying Matters project delivered to 3 cohorts sensitively addressed death, dying and grief through art, culture and religion. Its insights are now integrated into hospice policy, with new bonds formed with local partners, community members and the Bilal Mosque, which invited hospice staff to visit after the project. Mohammed Tariq. Mohammed Tariq uses his lived experience and community knowledge to bridge health gaps in Rochdale. During the COVID-19 pandemic, he connected service providers with the community to ensure access to accurate vaccine information. He has organised culturally sensitive health workshops for the South Asian community, focusing on diabetes and chronic kidney disease, cultivating trust and empowering marginalised groups to improve health awareness. Collaborating with the Rochdale Council of Mosques, he supported health initiatives by providing blood pressure and heart checks in mosques. As an advocate for the Northern Care Alliance, he also promotes NHS careers in local schools and colleges, inspiring future healthcare professionals. Living Well. The Living Well CVD team is committed to advancing health equity in underserved communities. Through innovative cholesterol and hypertension projects, they raise awareness and promote early detection, particularly within the South Asian community. The team has developed training programs, empowering residents to perform their own blood pressure checks, promoting self-management and ownership of health outcomes. They've conducted over 4,500 blood pressure checks, with about a third referred for further review, and have significantly boosted NHS health check uptake. With a culturally sensitive approach, strategic partnerships and impactful outreach, the Living Well CVD team empowers residents to take control of their health, creating lasting positive change in the borough.
The winner of the Diversity Award in Health Award is Spring Hill Hospice Dying Matters Project.
The finalists.
I'll say a few words. Thank you very much. We're absolutely delighted to win this award. The project itself meant so much to us, but we're only part of the story. This wouldn't have happened without the management and staff of KYP, the management and staff of Rochdale Women's Welfare Association, and of course the people of Rochdale from the Muslim South Asian community who welcomed us with open arms and worked with us on this project. It's a small step, we have plenty more work to do, but we were absolutely thrilled to be able to do this work, this Islamic art project, with the groups, and we're hoping to do a lot more work with the groups in the future. Thank you so much.
The finalists for the Cohesion Award are
That's fine. We'll do it.
Some really inspirational people there, and all the nominees as well. Our next award of the evening, and I think the last one before food, is the Cohesion Award. And can I please invite Deputy Mayor Janet Elmsley to present this and say a few words?
The finalists for the Cohesion Award are Music in Mind Project, Hoops Are at House. Hoops Are at House's Music in Mind project uses the power of music to engage people with dementia or memory loss and brings together residents, caregivers and the wider community. Through multilingual songs and cultural inclusivity, this initiative fosters social cohesion, reduces isolation and celebrates diversity. Working with Manchester Camerata and guest musicians from Bosnia and Egypt, the project culminated in a performance at Bridgewater Hall. The project has not only engaged and entertained, but also provided a lifeline to many. Led by Salma Chowdhury, Music in Mind bridges generations and cultures, creating a supportive and joyful environment for all involved. The Outdoor Education Team, Rochdale Youth Service. Rochdale Youth Service's Outdoor Education Team empowers young people from diverse backgrounds through outdoor challenges and the Duke of Edinburgh Award. Led by Jamshed Mir, the team builds confidence, leadership and resilience, creating opportunities for youth to explore and appreciate the natural world. This groundbreaking initiative engaged local mosques and BACP, delivered classroom-based education to young people, promoting inclusion and lifelong skills. The project resulted in the first mosque to be licensed as a Duke of Edinburgh approved centre, transforming lives and strengthening communities. Roy Down, Rochdale in Bloom. Roy partnered with the Royal Horticultural Society to reshape perceptions of diverse communities in Rochdale, inspiring Asian and Muslim residents to engage with the In Bloom movement. Through his mentorship, he supported a South Asian resident to train as a judge for the RHS, promoting diversity on the judging panel. Roy's work with mosques in deprived areas has brought pride, additional council resources, and positive media attention to Rochdale. His dedication made Rochdale the first town to enter a group of mosques in the Britain in Bloom competition, uniting communities and creating a lasting environmental legacy.
I'm very pleased to be the third ex-pupil from Alder Hill to be on the stage today. Yes, it is that old. And the winner of the Cohesion Award 2024 is Roy Down from Rochdale in Bloom.
I weren't expecting that, so this is going to be a quick few words. It's lovely to see so many familiar faces when I look out across this room. A lot of the people in here have helped me be on this podium to get this award. I'd like to thank the 70+ community groups and Rochdale Council for making Bloom such a success in our borough. Special thanks to Rochdale Council of Mosques, who continue to support mosques in bloom throughout the Northwest and especially here in Rochdale. Couldn't have done it without them. And special mention this year for all my friends and the success that Golden Mosque have had this year. Some good friends there, some good advice. I really needed them. So well done to Golden Mosque this year. Thank you.
That's it. That's it. Next one after.
Fantastic. And that brings us to the end of round one of the awards. Just when I found a nice little hiding place behind the stage. And yeah. Right. So next, can I please invite our charity partners, Spring Hill Hospice, to the stage.
She's got a microphone.
Hello everyone, Mr Mayor, distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jo Alley. I am the Community Engagement Officer for Spring Hill Hospice. I know many of you, I've chatted to many of you downstairs, are already very keen supporters of Spring Hill. We benefit from being one of the Mayor's charities also for this year and have done for quite some years. So I know there is a lot of support and a lot of affection for Spring Hill Hospice in this room. But for those of you who may not know what we do, or maybe just need a gentle reminder, we provide services to every adult in the Rochdale Borough that needs us. We do that through our inpatient unit, where we have up to 16 patients at a time, often at the end of their lives. To come to us and be treated by our team, you need to have a life-limiting condition. Unfortunately, there are lots of life-limiting conditions that affect so many people in the borough. We look after, on the ward alone, we look after around 320 people every year, often at the end of their lives, often in really difficult circumstances. Not only that, we offer community services. So for some people, at the end of their illness or their condition, it may be better for them to remain at home. So we have an amazing community team of specialist palliative care nurses who go out to people at home and look after them within their own homes. We also have an amazing bereavement and counselling service, which is open to patients and their loved ones. We also have an excellent education team, so if any of you are, I know there's probably quite a few of you in terms of community and voluntary groups here that are in the social and health sector, you may well want to have a look at some of the courses that are on offer from our education team. Now, Spring Hill was founded 35 years ago. Our founder had a vision for palliative care services in Rochdale because she'd seen it in another borough and was then sort of outraged that we didn't have that amazing level of care in Rochdale. So she fought tirelessly and fundraised 35 years ago to bring the service to life in Rochdale, and it continues to look after people in the borough because of the community that we have here in all its amazing diversity. We simply could not survive without this community. Around 80% roughly of our running costs has to be met from our own fundraising, which is why you'll probably see me and my colleagues popping up at all kinds of events, reminding you that we are here and we need your support. We simply can't exist without our community's support. But we are here for the entire community. If you are 18 plus and you have a life-limiting condition and you live in the Rochdale Borough, you are ours to care for if you ever need us. And regardless of whether you were born in Rochdale and you've lived here your whole life, whether you have moved to Rochdale from various corners of the world and you've lived here a matter of weeks, you are our responsibility, and we want to look after people who are in those life-limiting conditions. We want to look after people should they ever need us. Unfortunately, this comes at a cost. The cost that we need to fundraise from our community is around £8,000 per day, which is phenomenal. But Rochdale people are phenomenal, and they do continually turn up and support us and do amazing things for us to help us to continue providing those services. I will be, or the KYP team will be handing these envelopes out shortly. So if you do have the ability to make a financial donation to us by popping something into the envelope, that would be really, really appreciated. If you can't make a payment in cash today, I'm on table 13. I do have the ability to take a card payment. Or you can go onto our website at any time. That is open 24 hours a day, and you can make a payment there. It's not just about the finances, though. It's about ensuring that people know about our services, and if they can't help us financially, that they can get involved with our services and supporting us. So again, if there's anyone who thinks I'd like to maybe get involved in volunteering or supporting events, or I'd like my business to get involved, or I'd like someone from education to come to my community group, I'm at table 13, so do come and have a chat or pick up the phone and give us a call sometime next week. We love to chat to people. It's a really exciting time for Spring Hill because we are 35 this year, and we've also been judged as outstanding by the CQC, which I think most people will agree is no mean feat, really, to get through that process and come out the other end with an outstanding award. So thank you all for listening. I could go on for hours about Spring Hill and all the things that you could do to help us and get involved with us, etc. But thank you to Zulf and the team at KYP for allowing us these few moments to remind you about Spring Hill, and for agreeing for us to be the charity partner again this evening. We really appreciate it, and have a great evening. Thank you.
Right. A really long-standing charity that does fantastic work in our town, and they really do deserve our support. So if you can, please do give generously. And with that, we're going to break for our starters and mains. So, yeah.
I'm now inviting Mr. Abdullah Shahid for a singing. Please, Ishmael.
आई होप कि आप सब लोग आज का ये जो इवनिंग है एंजॉय कर रहे हैं। तो मेरा नाम अब्दुल्ला शाहिद है और आप मुझे अपनी सॉन्ग की कोई फरमाइश भी बता सकते हैं। तो आज का फर्स्ट सॉन्ग आप सबके नाम Okay, next song. Pick some song. beautiful song. I'm so good now.
Oh,
पाकिस्तान का बहुत फेवरेट सॉन्ग बड़ा मुस्लिम को बहुत हिट हुआ तो वो आप सभी
Up
Okay, last song, I love that the focus of drinking.
Have you all enjoyed this course? Can't hear you? Yeah? Can we have a round of applause to show our appreciation to all the waiters, young alcohol, and thank you very much. So we're going to move on to the second part of tonight. So first of all, we've had some virtual speakers and we've had Rouge as well. So we've got another person that's actually physically here in person. And that person is Danny Nicholas. Danny joined the Manchester Police in 2001 and has served with the force throughout his policing career. He started his career at Grey, Maryland, covering the North Manchester area and has worked across a variety of different positions within the police. Since January, he's Chief Superintendent of Rochdale, and numerous projects have already come the way of the town policing teams. So here is his now, waiting, and let's see what he has to say about what he thinks about equality, diversity, and inclusion from a police perspective. So thank you.
I'll leave that alone. You all hear me all right? Right, well, good evening, everyone. I can't actually see you when you're sitting in the shadows of the lights are very bright. So, you just had an introduction there about my race that started in 2001. Before that, I was an engineer. I worked with Madman Relax. Did anyone hear that? It's new to me. So I was a turner fitter. I became a pattern maker in the foundry. And then I became a metallurgist. I know some of you that would mean nothing. But what I had something in common was all those jobs, and it was I was very good at it. The other thing quite common was in my role, I didn't really enjoy that. So I applied to be a business officer. The application I ran was like I had my ground. So in 2009 I police and successful. I started in Manchester. But one of the things I learned quite quickly was around forensics. So I went to a bit of a room in London. And I learned about forensics around DNA, fingerprints, and footwear, different ways of put criminals at scenes, or the criminality scene elsewhere. And that's come from a forensic scientist called Rochdale, he was French. And he coined the phrase that every contact leaves a trace. And that's something that was quite into that. I started my career in Burger Road, was quite black and white. Then you grow up. I've got kids who start to realise that black and white, cops and criminals, there's lots of nuances, different things that go on. A reason why some people commit crime. Not always, but often there is. And one of the things I learned, and I look at the table today now, is that every contact has a trait in each other. So we have an opportunity, in policing particularly, to make a profound difference to people's lives. I've been in situations where I've told loved ones that they've lost their other loved one, you know, somebody, I remember being young and telling someone who'd lost their boyfriend and she was pregnant. And it's a really difficult situation to get into. There's other times when we get the opportunity to talk to people like this with different events where we get to try and inspire people. Now, I've had some great roles over the years, and one of those was Mr. Chowdhury, who now retired. He was an ACC, this organisation. I remember being in the room, someone saying to me, Danny, you're a role model. So I said, very much. And they said, we didn't take a role model. But one of the things I learned about that is we're all role models. People are role modeling right now. We need to be deliberate in the way we role model. Because often, people looking at us are always going to that. So I challenge each other to make sure that we're being the best we can be. The other thing is not starting from scratch. I've just introduced somebody, or he introduced himself to me, who spent 40 years working with KYP and supporting that organisation. So we're not starting from scratch. People have grafted in really difficult scenarios, situations, so that it's slightly easier, or the path has been there for people to follow. and that's really important. So as somebody now, Mr. Chairman, retired, I'm the highest ranking officer who's been to 18 force or any race, so I've got quite a background, just as easy to say that I'm part Nigerian, English and Irish. But the bottom line is that difference is a different perspective. And when I look at the force, I know that people want to see representation that makes a difference. Now when I say makes a difference, we see this all over the city. We know that representation means we get better perspectives of what's going on. We're able to show different levels of understanding. We were speaking about languages, we bring language skills and the power of difference. To me, that I'm connected to people in different scenarios. So while I've been here, I've been to some different events, some quite wild events with Nigerian parents sharing, and then here, I've seen some great, I suppose, the power of diversity. And KYP really is example of that. This event in itself speaks to that. So I'd encourage people to make sure you aim high, when you think like George Ross, I just wanted to make an officer. I didn't dream maybe, the fact that people still here is a long shot. You know, there's not many people still here that look like me. So I'm super proud that we had to do that. Well, part of my role was to make sure I encourage people, so all the people I look out in the city, you know, I want you to be thinking around policing and what you contribute, because there's some fantastic officers out there. We've got some great people in the roles and here at Rochdale, and we all need great service. Everything needs that. So I'd encourage people to challenge them when things are right, get involved and make things better. So that's my 5 minutes up. I hope that's hopefully resonates with somebody. If you want to know more, please get in touch, because any time you come to a police station, have a look down at the officers and just engage. So thanks very much.
Thank you for your insight there. So next, I want to introduce somebody who's been inspirational in their own life, in their own career, and what they've chosen to do. And this is a strong link to Rochdale. I don't know what she should do, but it's also going to be one of so, you know, the lady I'm talking about is called Wahid. Unfortunately, she can't be with us in person today because she's set up a business abroad, she's working abroad, and she's sent us this short video. But her mother is here, who's supported her. So can we just have her? Yeah. And I suppose this is always good. She's independent. So thank you for that. So, Ikra was born in Rochdale, was deeply passionate about swimming, demonstrating great talent and potential for a future in this field. This is not a typical career choice for many, but for a young girl from a South Asian Muslim background, it was particularly bold choice. So I'm just going to play this small video and let her tell you her story in her own words. So can we play the video, please?
Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. My name is Iqra Fatima Wahid. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me here today to speak about equality, diversity and inclusion. This is a topic that resonates deeply with me because it touches every part of our lives. From how we see ourselves to how we treat one another and to the kind of world that we strive to build. I was born in Rochdale and very early in my life fell in love with sport. In school, I was part of most of the sports teams, and after my first ever swimming class, my life changed. I was only 9, and I was so afraid, but with time, practice, and encouragement, I became very good at it. I progressed to pass all 12 national swimming levels, and then went on to achieve my bronze, silver, gold, and honours awards. This part of my life holds very special memories for me. The club I swam for was a mixed community and very diverse. My brother and I were the only Muslims, but I remember the team spirit. It was where I felt most alive and most happiest. We were training 6 days per week, as well as going to school. No matter the weather, no matter the circumstances, my mother got us in that swimming pool. Not only that, but my father also put us into karate and kickboxing. From an early age, sport was a big part of my life, and still is. By the age of 14, I was selected to swim for Commonwealth Games. However, I was faced with a difficult decision. I was doing my GCSEs at the time, which is a crucial step in paving the path of your future. With the long training hours, I questioned myself. Do I want to swim or do I want to study? I chose to study, and I am so glad that I did. I went on to become a swimming instructor and a lifeguard at the age of 16. It was my first job and I loved it. I started ladies only classes at the weekends, and this is where I got my first taste of what it feels like to inspire, to motivate, to empower others, simply by supporting them to do things that make them uncomfortable. I then went on to university, where I studied sport and exercise science, and after graduating I did a PGCE, which is a postgraduate certificate of education, which then allowed me to become a teacher. Now here is where all the fun starts. After 1 year of teaching in the UK, I gained a lot of experience. I worked as a sport and exercise science lecturer at the university where I studied at. I then moved down south, where I was a professor in colleges, and then finally I moved closer to home at Manchester College. Throughout my experiences in the UK, being a young Muslim woman in sport, I faced a lot of discrimination and harassment. However, I knew that my gift was to break barriers, and I wasn't going to let that stop me. After leaving Manchester College, I applied to work abroad, as it's always been my dream to work and live in a Muslim country. Then something amazing happened. I got offered a job in Oxford, and I also got offered a job in the United Arab Emirates. And I think it's obvious which one I chose. Leaving my home, my family, my country was so scary. But something was pulling me here. Something inside me was telling me that I had to do this. I had to do it for myself, to grow, to see what else I am capable of doing, to do what I was made to do. It was January 5th, 2019, and since that day, well, the only word I can use here is growth. I have grown so much in this time. The experiences I have gained, the people I have met, the situations I have been forced to face, and the cultural adaptations that I have had to make, decisions I have made, whilst putting my full trust and belief in God the Almighty, has led me to where I am today. I work here as a full-time sports teacher in a girls' school, but I am not only that. In 2021, I opened my own swimming academy called Swim Easy. I wanted to give everyone the opportunity to learn this crucial life-saving skill. I started by myself, did all the work from the ground up, used my experiences from the UK to design a curriculum to teach high-quality swimming classes. I designed awards, uniforms, everything, and I have trained coaches how to be good swimming coaches. I have built my name and reputation up and even coached the children of the royal family. Doing this has allowed me to mentor young teenagers to start businesses, to chase their dreams and to become the shining stars of their communities. As well as that, I am a CrossFit athlete and on a fitness journey of my own. I recently just competed in my first ever CrossFit competition called Turf Games. Now I have more passion, more fire, more drive to improve myself and continue to inspire others to do the same. Now let me show you some highlights of me in action. But before I do that, I would like to say one thing that I hope will leave you feeling inspired today. In order to grow, we must go through the discomfort. That is where we blossom. That is where the magic happens. So don't ever doubt yourself. You will be amazed at how much you can achieve when you simply just try. Thank you so much for having me here. It has been a pleasure, and I hope that my words inspire you, and good luck to you and your future.
Just for you, it's a special place where your dreams all come true. Fly away, swim the ocean, drive that open road, leave the past behind you. Don't stop, you gotta keep moving, your hopes you gotta keep building. Never ever forget that I got you and you got me.
A role model for our young girls out there, and young boys as well, and for everybody. I think the good message is quite clear there. Keep your mind to it. It doesn't matter what colour you are, what religion you are, what creed you are, what working class background you come from. You put your mind to it, you can achieve things. And I think we need more Rochdale role models like this that can go out there, fly the flag of Rochdale. So I just try and propose for a career to have So next, I want to invite Councillor Neil Emma, leader of Rochdale Borough Council, onto the stage. Neil attended Cardinal Grammar School in Middleton. He went on to achieve honours degree in modern languages from the University of Wales, studied at the Sorbonne in Paris and at Valencia University in Spain. He's worked as a senior caseworker for the MP and previously worked at the Community Development Offices in Cheshire, Bolton and Warrington Racing Equality Centre, was a project manager for Free Community Base in Rochdale. He was first elected to the council in 1986 and served until 1994 for taking a break. Returned to politics in 2010 and was elected to his current seat in West Middleton, and subsequently elected as a leader of the council in 2021. So quite an achievement there. Something that you might know about Neil is that Neil was a competitive figure skater during his teenage years and still follows the sport. So another interesting fact for you there. Neil, can you come to the stage please? Thank you.
Thanks for that introduction, Sulf.
And as Zul said, I didn't go to Bull Hill, I went to Carlisle. Probably the first speaker this evening from Rochdale didn't actually go to Bull Hill. He also said I'm a linguist, which I am academically, and we have many different languages in this borough. He mentioned that I worked on the freehold estate for 4 years where I managed the community development project there. I was glad to see that GMP and Danny English won an award this evening for the work that they've done on the freehold estate. When I went to the freehold, and it's an estate of only 400 properties, we did a community survey, and to show the diversity, in those 400 properties on that estate, we have 26 different community languages, including, we have to add, Maori, because we did have a resident who came, who was a native New Zealander. So, in celebration of our diversity in Rochdale, I'd like to just welcome you in some of the languages that we have in our borough. Shah Bacher Sarabo, that's Urdu. Shuba Shunda Shakarika, Bangla. Et nos invités ce soir qui sont de l'Afrique francophone, bonsoir tout le monde. Boa noite, todos os invitados da África lusófona, los portugueses. Muy buenas tardes a todos nuestros invitados de habla española, Spanish. That's Yoruba. That's for our emerging Nigerian community. Dobre wieczór is for our Polish community. And finally, Dobre wieczór for our Ukrainian community. We are a wonderfully diverse borough. Somebody asked me recently, how long do you think Britain has been a multicultural society? Is it just after the Second World War, when we had the Windrush generation that came in 1948 onwards? Or is it the arrival of many people from the South Asian subcontinent that came in the 1950s and the 1960s? And I said no. Because what people often don't hear about is what I call the hidden history of Britain. So how long has Britain been multicultural? 2,000 years. When Britain was part of the first truly multicultural society in Europe, it was called the Roman Empire. And there were many people from across the empire who were here in Britain, whether they were administrators or part of the legion. And many people perhaps are not aware of that, but there was a black Roman emperor called Septimius Severus, who came to Britain, and actually, sadly, he died here in York. So that shows us how long Britain has been a multicultural society. And here in Rochdale, we've been multicultural for many years now, and let's celebrate our diversity. From the late 19th century and the early 20th century, my own heritage, when people came over from Ireland to work here. Then after the Second World War, our Ukrainian community, Polish community, Hungarian, Italian community came over to settle here in Rochdale. In the 1950s and 1960s, many people in the South Asian community came to make their home in Rochdale. From Kashmir, largely after the construction of the Mandela Dam. many Pakistanis came to Rochdale, and then many Bangladeshis, all of whom made tremendous contributions to our society here in Rochdale. And then more recently, with the expansion of Rock from the European Union, people came again from Poland, from Czechia, Lithuania, Latvia, Bulgaria, Romania, and then recently, newly emerging communities in our borough, from Africa, from Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo, Senegal, and above all, our large and very vibrant Nigerian community in Rochdale. So it's saying, that's good, and I celebrate our fantastic diversity here in Rochdale. And we've always had good community relations in Rochdale. While in the past, we've often seen community tensions taking place in other northwest towns and cities. We've never had that here in Rochdale because we've got good community cohesion where we work together. But of course, diversity isn't just about culture or ethnicity. It's about faith. It's also about treating women and women's rights. And let's next week make sure that we all are around for White Ribbon Day to make sure that we finally get rid of the blight in society that is violence against women. Violence against women is not acceptable in our community at this day and age, and it must go. Secondly, we celebrate the tremendous contributions that our disabled persons community have made to the borough. And finally, my own community, the LGBT plus community. Aruj said earlier that she was proud to be the first Muslim woman to lead Oldham Council. Well, I'm the first as well. I'm the first out and proud gay man to ever lead Rochdale Council. So like I say, finally, thanks to KYP people lead diversity awards every year, and they do a tremendous job. Zoe is an absolute stalwart, and without him, these awards wouldn't take place. Let's have a round of applause for Zoe. And finally, I want to say, we not only celebrate our diversity, we are stronger because of our diversity. Rochdale is a better place because of our diversity. So we are one community, but that one community made up of very disparate and diverse communities. Let's celebrate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Neil, for those kind words. Neil, have we got a minute? I think I forgot something. So, there's somebody that's done a lot of work for equality, diversity, and inclusion, and would like to recognise them with a special recognition award. So, can we please play the video?
Sarge is the public face of community safety. Sarge is always the member in community safety that has his ear to the ground and always relays back any information he has back to both to the councillors and to senior management within the council.
So since Sarge joined the council in 2009, he's been absolutely instrumental in supporting cohesion and in, addressing inequalities in Rochdale.
He thoroughly understands our diverse communities in Rochdale. He is a first-class officer for the council, but more importantly, he is a first-class member of our community.
During the COVID pandemic, Sarge acted as the glue that held many of our communities together and worked across agencies like the council, the police and other emergency services to make sure that people in our communities got the help they needed at the right time.
For me, every single day, this person goes above and beyond for the community. They do more than what is necessary, and they do it with the community at heart. And if you've got somebody like that that's doing that kind of work every single day, it just acts as a role model for somebody like myself to make sure that we're doing it as well. I can't think of anybody else that deserves this award more in Rochdale, excellent.
Over the years, they've done so much to link people with services, whether it's through a crisis or it's whether it's when somebody needed help, and they are truly a person who is a part and parcel of Rochdale communities.
For me, it's been an honour and privilege to work alongside him on many activities and projects that we've done. Locally, he's contributed, internationally he's contributed. His contributions have been through many projects with myself as well. For Sarge, in his role, which is crucial in supporting communities and neighbourhoods and ensuring that Rochdale residents are in a safer place. Sarge has been a very hard-working, dedicated person. He's always been on call whenever we needed him. He's always responded to the needs of Rochdale and the needs of the Rochdale community.
The developed relationship between the community and the statutory services at the forefront of cohesion, diversity and safety, going above and beyond what has been expected. He's such a lovable person, such a character.
So Sarge, I just want to say a real massive thank you for all the help that you've given me and for everything that you do for Rochdale, and I'm really sorry that I can't be there tonight to see you win this award and also see you blushes as you have to take the stage.
I just want to say a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart for the work that you've done over the years, and I hope that you will do over the coming years, and of course inspire other people because you're truly amazing.
I'd like to express my gratitude personally for the contribution that Sarge Mia has made.
Thanks very much, Sarge. You do a superb job. There are many things that happen in this borough that we wouldn't be able to cope with without you. Thank you very much.
So yeah, this is not a single person, this is definitely a team effort, because I always talk about communities being essential to making things work, to moving things forward, to making sure that it stays safe, because without the community outside, we can't have more jobs boxes. This is one for everyone, not just for me, this is one for all you guys that have helped me over the last 15 years or so. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, moving on to the next part, final awards section. I'm sure you're dying to get on dessert now. I want to introduce two members of the KYP team, and they're going to take you through the next few awards. So can we have a big round of applause for Rubina Shaheen and Daniela Rodriguez.
My name is Rubina. Good evening, everyone. My name is Daniela. Thank you so much for being here this evening. We've all eaten, I'm not comfortable. We've got round to look as was discussed earlier, some things that we've done now. Please don't be falling asleep because it's still going. I will be keeping an eye on it if I find that there's something I'm going to be wrong with.
The finalists for the
Education and Apprenticeship Award. I'd like to invite Esther, the Chief Executive of Your Trust, to the stage to announce today's winner. And in the meantime, I'm going to give a video.
Education or Apprenticeships Award are Rochdale Training. With 50% of the workforce reporting health issues or disabilities, and 8% of their learners indicating a learning or physical disability, Rochdale Training is dedicated to inclusivity. This commitment has enabled 931 learners from diverse communities to access essential education and employment opportunities. In the past academic year, they achieved a 5% increase in female and ethnic minority engineering apprentices, alongside a 7% rise in males pursuing teaching assistant and early years apprenticeships. Following insights from the last Diversity Awards, Rochdale Training upgraded their multi-faith room and formed an equality and diversity group to engage new communities, employees and learners. Skills for All. Skills for All is a pioneering science, technology, engineering, arts and maths-led alternative provision dedicated to empowering neurodiverse young people with social, emotional and mental health needs, particularly young people facing barriers in traditional education settings. With a hands-on approach that integrates creativity, technology and mental health support, they tailor learning experiences to meet individual needs. Students have developed practical STEAM skills from coding to creative arts, filmmaking and games designs to robotics, opening new opportunities for future education and employment. Students with special educational needs thrive in their inclusive environment, gaining confidence and critical skills, proving that every young person deserves the opportunity to succeed. Hopwood Hall College. Hopwood Hall College is dedicated to providing high-quality education with diversity and inclusion at its core. As the first college in Greater Manchester to join the Student Commission on Racial Justice, they empower students to tackle critical societal issues. Their Call It Out campaign promotes open dialogue on discrimination, cultivating a culture that not only recognises but also celebrates differences. To enhance female representation in construction and engineering, Hopwood Hall College launched the Women in Tech initiative, connecting female students with potential employers. They engaged over 300 girls from local feeder schools, dispelling myths about careers in these fields. These efforts led to an achievement rate for females in construction and engineering that is 8.3% higher than national benchmarks.
So the winner of the Education and Apprenticeships Award is Skills for All.
Hello everyone. I'm truly honoured to accept this award on behalf of Skills for All as one of its co-directors. And whilst I'm incredibly disappointed that we can't be with you in person to accept and celebrate this award, it's wonderful that we can do this virtually. And Skills for All is dedicated to creating opportunities for neurodiverse young people and those facing barriers through traditional education. We combine creativity, technology and mental well-being to empower our students to thrive academically, socially and emotionally. And seeing those students gain confidence, reconnect with education, develop critical STEAM skills is what drives our passion every single day. And this award is a testament to the incredible young people we work with, their resilience and their determination to succeed despite the challenges that they face. It's also a reflection of the hard work of our dedicated team who constantly innovate and adapt to meet the unique needs of every learner. We just want to say a massive thank you to KYP and the Rochdale Diversity Awards for recognising our efforts. This award inspires us to continue transforming lives and creating a brighter future for the young people that we serve. Congratulations to all of the other nominees and winners tonight. It's really amazing to share this space with so many change makers. Thank you again, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Now to Breaking Barriers Award. I would like to invite Sarah Ogden to the stage. Please, Sarah, come to the stage. Please, the next winner.
The finalists for the Breaking Barriers Award are Fida Hussain. Fida has devoted over 40 years to supporting youth and community development in Rochdale, championing inclusivity and engaging diverse groups in outdoor activities and volunteer work. As the UK's first mountain leader of diverse ethnicity, he received the National Mountain Leader Award in 2015 and appeared on BBC's Country File. In 2007, Fida was honoured to escort Queen Elizabeth II to the throne for the Royal Charter Award. He has inspired diverse groups to participate in the Duke of Edinburgh's Award and other initiatives. Fida's legacy includes mentoring future leaders, bridging communities, and driving positive change. His impact is truly inspirational and transformative. Maverick Lab CIC. Maverick Lab CIC empowers Rochdale's residents through personalised coaching, career guidance and community programmes. Since 2019, they've helped over 650 residents, fostering growth, well-being and resilience with initiatives like community gardens, digital inclusion and support clubs, promoting unity and opportunity. 43% have progressed onto employment and further training. Maverick Lab's dedication to positive change continues to make Rochdale a stronger, more connected community. The Rochdale Science Initiative CIC. The Rochdale Science Initiative CIC is transforming science, technology, engineering and maths education by making it accessible to all. Inspired by the need to fill a critical gap in STEM engagement among minority communities, RSI engages underrepresented groups with events like the annual Science Extravaganza, attracting thousands of young people and families. Supported by key organisations, RSI promotes inclusivity, sustainability and connects youth to pursue STEM learning to address global challenges, inspiring participants to embark on sustainable practices and careers.
And the winner of Reiki Merit Award is Lydia Hussein.
We're talking about Reiki, and I remember 20 years ago, which has been there's two great people in the championship, and Gary Higgins, and it's good, it's impressive to take this forward. It's very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much for what you say. Okay, so thank you very much for the Community Voluntary and Faith Sector Award. I'd like to invite Nicola Rogers, the Assistant Director to Rochdale Council, up to the stage to present to announce the winners, please.
The finalists for the Community Voluntary and Faith Sector Award are Crescent Radio. For 25 years, Crescent Community Radio has been the voice of Rochdale's Asian Muslim community. Run by volunteers, it offers diverse programming from spiritual guidance to health and education. It provides local volunteers with media skills, helping many secure roles in mainstream outlets. Independently funded, Crescent Radio has broadcast continuously since 2006, building partnerships with 15 other community stations.
7 on your Friday evening. How are you doing? You're listening to Crescent Community.
Collaborations with public sector organisations like Rochdale Borough Council and the NHS ensure essential messages reach the community. Through live events, volunteer opportunities and vital connections, Crescent Radio fosters unity, provides relevant information and uplifts listeners daily. Encouraging You. Encouraging You prioritises youth voices and parental engagement, creating positive change through mentorship, community festivals, CV support and homeless outreach. With initiatives like residential trips and job guidance, they promote unity, inclusivity and growth. They've partnered with mosques to address issues like knife crime and street life across Greater Manchester, reaching over 5,000 attendees at their events in the past year. Their commitment to empowering the community, celebrating culture and fostering positive change makes Encouraging You a true champion in volunteerism, deserving recognition for its transformative impact. PIP Professional Support CIC. PIP Professional Support CIC is an organisation that provides support to the disabled community in relation to disability benefits. The organisation's streamlined processes ensure an increased level of disability benefit awards for their clients. Christopher joined the organisation to gain experience in a high street law firm, but soon discovered a critical gap in support for individuals with disabilities. His personal connections to mental health and heart conditions fueled his determination to help others. Now a director in the organisation, Christopher tirelessly volunteers additional hours to ensure no one in need is left behind in their fight for disability benefits.
And the winner of the Volunteer Affairs Sector Award is Crescent Radio.
Lost in the rhythm. Nothing exists but this moment, an embrace of sensations, sights and sounds. I'm somewhere far away in a world I've yet to explore, but it feels so familiar. I have never...
It's behind the scenes people that make all the difference, so I'm like the glue, like Paul, we're doing the same thing. But it's these people and the volunteers and the presenters that do all the presenting, do all the programs. So for 25 years, President Radio has been here handling the volunteers and the presenters all the time, giving them respect. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Amazing work, Crescent Radio, congratulations. Now, the last award for the outstanding achievement in diversity, I'd like to invite Julia Heath, Principal and Chief Executive.
The finalists for the Outstanding Achievement in Diversity Award are Yassine Ali. Yassine Ali is a dedicated leader at Become United and is committed to uplifting underrepresented communities. He facilitates youth leadership camps, mentoring participants from diverse backgrounds and fostering a supportive environment. Yassine actively collaborates with local organisations to identify barriers for minority groups, developing outreach strategies to enhance their participation. His mental health initiatives create safe spaces for dialogue, empowering youth and promoting resilience. Through the introduction of multilingual resources, Yassine has made it easier for non-English speakers to access vital information and support, enhancing their confidence and self-esteem. Zahida Bibi. Zahida exemplifies inclusion through her tailored fitness opportunities for diverse communities. Working independently across multiple venues, she empowers women, children, older adults, and individuals with disabilities to embrace health and fitness. Her strength lies in her ability to adapt to the needs of the individuals she works with, tailoring her approach to different groups. This adaptability is evidenced by the diverse and growing number of women of all ages participating in her sessions. Her initiatives, like the Desi Women's Barbell Club, create safe spaces for growth and support, promoting lasting lifestyle changes. Zahida's dedication inspires confidence and community among her participants. Roy Down. Roy has collaborated with the Royal Horticultural Society to reshape perceptions of diverse communities in Rochdale, encouraging Asian and Muslim communities to engage with the In Bloom movement. Through his mentorship, Roy supported a local South Asian resident to train as an RHS judge, advocating for greater diversity on the judging panel. He also engaged with mosques in underprivileged areas, bringing pride, additional council resources, and positive media attention to Rochdale. Roy's commitment has made Rochdale the first town to enter a group of mosques in the Britain in Bloom competition, uniting communities and stimulating a lasting environmental legacy.
And the winner of Outstanding Achievement in Diversity
a heat every day.
What a heartfelt speech. I'm not crying anymore. Now, I would just like to take a moment to thank everyone today, despite the life weather. Everyone's looking rather fit today. All we're missing is the red carpet, Zolf. Now, with no further ado, congratulations to all nominees. You've all done fantastic work in the diversity sector. And now, as we are approaching the end of this event, I would like to invite Shamsa Jabili, Chair of the YYP on stage, just for a vote of thank you and remarks. Obrigada.
Oh, it is actually right. I can't see him. We're in the final structure. I wanted to just take this moment just to say thank you to everyone for that just today. So, good evening, Mayor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. As the Chair of KYP, it's my honor and privilege to be here once again at this wonderful venue on this prestigious occasion to offer this year's vote of thanks. Before I start, the applause has been a bit that was happening today, so I'm really enthusiastic as I go through the thanks today. Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to all of our partners, sponsors, nominees, winners and guests who made the Rochdale Diversity Award ceremony possible and a huge success. I'd like to start by thanking our guest speakers who have shared their views and insights on the importance of diversity and inclusion. They have inspired us with their stories and challenged us to think and act differently. Thank you for sharing your experiences and your wisdom. Next, I would like to thank our judges. Thank them before, but it is an honor to have to select finalists and actually find the winner from such a huge amount of nominations that we missed here. As Zol said, another breaking year. They've had to go through all the nominations with extreme fairness and rigor to have got to those to our finalists. Thank you for your dedication and passion and support of the cause once again this year. Can we have a round of applause? Next, I'd like to thank our sponsors. As you know, we could not put this sort of event on without their support. So thank you once again to Hopper College, to KYP, to Rochdale Borough Council, Rochdale Borough Housing, Rochdale Safe Communities Partnership, Rochdale Trading, the Greater Manchester High Sheriff's Police Trust, and your trust. Next, I come on to the stars of the show, our finalists and our winners. They are the ones who have proved their passion and dedication to equality, diversity and inclusion in our borough through their work, projects, initiatives and activities. They have shown us the best examples of respect, empathy and openness, and have inspired us to do the same. Thank you to our finalists and winners of the Rochdale Diversity Awards 2023. Next, I'd like to come on to our partners who helped make this event, to put this event together. So I'd like to start with appreciation for our media partner, Arif Chowdhury, wonderful food provided by DD Catering, Glasseye Productions for the motion footage that you just seen today, and our wonderful artists who kept us entertained. So thank you all. Media tonight we're not with the hard work and dedication of the team at KYP, who work tirelessly in the background, holding the books up the front, doing all the work, taking names. They put in so much work for us every single year. This year to be back in this lovely venue once again, they wanted to do a bigger, better job. I think you'll agree that I'd like to thank all of the KYP team, especially to Nadine, who has been leading this. A huge thank you to Zol, Sakale, Daniela, and Ruby for preparing for us tonight. Thank you all for everything that you do every single day, from the church perspective, not just today, but every day. So thank you. Finally, I would like to thank our guests for joining us tonight and celebrating with us. You have honoured us with your presence and continued support for the cause of diversity and inclusion, and will make this event much more meaningful and enjoyable. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Rochdale Diversity Awards 2024. I hope you had a great time, and right now, put this event and